Grants
Good
community. Happy
afternoon,
Sunday to
Grant
everyone.
community.
I
My
come
name is
this
Stanley
morning
Okechukwu,
to let
and
everybody know what
I'm a
actually happened
subscriber
last night in the grant
in
community that
different
left
grants
everybody
that has popped up in
surprised.
Nigeria.
I call it delay
I'm making this
tactics.
voice
I
notes
call
this
it
day,
means of
June
extortion, means
7,
of new extortion in the grant space, having
2025,
considered the
just to
new
inform
development that is coming up
everybody
in the
in
grant
Grant
space.
community that
I call it delayed
our
tactics and
effort
a
so
new
far
way to
has not
marking
been
the poor
a
masses.
waste. It has not been in
And if you
vain.
could recall, is it
I
Brother
was
David or
privileged
Pastor White
to have a
also came
discussion
up
with
telling the masses about the Google
someone
form that he will
who
share
is close to
concerning Theobald Global
grant
Foundation, and
handlers,
it was last night that they
and I've
dropped
come
the
to
Google
realize
form.
that the problem these
The
grant
Google
handlers are
form,
facing
it will
is not
interest you
actually
to
from
know that
them.
it wasn't up to
This
2 hours. They
government's
blocked it and
problem.
it wasn't working. I
Our
don't know if
government
other people were
is
able
is
to
the is
access.
the is
Trying to
the
get access
stumbling
this
block we are
morning, they
having
said
in
it
grant
does
community. And
violate
when
the
I
community
think
rule,
back
that is the Google
on some
community
of our
rule, and
experiences
this
with
is
this government, this
something that
Nigerian government,
everybody was shocked
you will come
after
to agree
dropping the
with me that
Google up to
truly
like 3
the
to 4
government
hours
does not
there, whether
want
they are the one that blocked
the
from their
citizens to
end
be
for people not to
totally
dump it
free
again or whatever, so that they
when
will
it
use
comes to
that tactics
finance.
as
Our
usual
government does not want the
to be
citizens to be
collecting money from
totally
people,
liberated.
and they will say that people that were
Otherwise,
not
I
able
see
to
no
enter
reason why
would enter again. And the question
money
is,
that came from
why do
outside
we
the
go back
country
to Google
meant
form
to
again? Why
alleviate
do we collect
poverty
data again?
of citizens will not be released
Why
to
don't
them.
you disburse the ones that we've
If
paid
this government
all
can
this
hold
while?
palliative
I call this delay tactics
and keep it
because
away
by
from their
now,
citizens,
according to
then I
you
have every
man, the
reason to
buffalo in the
believe the
grant
story I
community,
just got
by now the money is
yesterday
supposed to have
evening.
entered people's
And I thought I should
accounts,
just
but
come
up
out
till now we've
openly
not seen
and
anything. The buffalo
explain to grant
is
community to whom it
just
may concern.
buffaloing everybody in the
Number
grant
one
community the way
message
he
I want
feel
to
like
pass
to
here
come and
is
talk
our
to
effort is
people,
not in
to
vain,
come and
but have it in mind that
insult
our
people in the
government
grant
is
space. He will
just
just come and
the
then
only
start to
stumbling
insult
block we
people, rain
have.
curse on people, compare
Forget about
people
all
to
the
his
stories we are hearing about grant
grant,
handlers. Grant
to the
handlers
grant that
are
he is promoting.
innocents. They are
That's
all
the
innocent.
area we are going, because if we don't
Everybody
consider the man
applied
called
for this
buffalo,
grant
he has no
according
right
to
to
the
come and join the
information given
human
to
race.
them,
He's supposed to be in the
including
bush
the verification that
with
happened in Abuja. All these
animals
people
based
calling Wakama is
in the
evil, is a
bush.
scammer, is a...
For him to come
Wakama
and be
cannot
giving
invite people
people
with his own power
instructions,
without the promise
it's
from
something
higher
that
authorities. So when this man tells
surprised
us that
me
he is a
as
man under
buffalo.
authority, he actually knows
Therefore,
what
we
he's
don't want
talking
to talk
about.
about him, because all his
I took my
instruction
time to
has
listen carefully
yield nothing in
to
the
the
grant
stories happening behind the
ecosystem
scene.
but to
What we are hearing on
ignite
social
fire,
media
and
is
also
totally
to
different from what is happening
keep the
behind the scene.
people
Now let me say
waiting,
this. I
so
don't want
that
this message to
people
be
keep
too long
contributing
because I'm
money
not
for
good
him
at making voice
and his
notes.
theme.
Some of the grants we
Yesterday,
registered in the
it was a
past are going to
shocking news that
disburse. All the
this
old
man
grants
dropped
we applied for are going to be
this
disbursed.
form.
Right now,
At
every
this point, I
NGO
think
is
we
advised to
shouldn't
keep
look
a
for
good
form.
record of their subscribers,
At this
from
point, I
Telpecon to
think
Golden
we
Bridge to
should be doing the
Liberation,
disbursement.
Innovation, etc.
But I'm not
All these grants
surprised
will be
if there's
paid
any
alongside the
fund.
Tubat,
The only way to
Supreme, and the
keep
rest of
people
them.
busy is to
The money belongs to
keep
UAS.
sharing the form, collecting
It belongs
people's
to
data
UAS. It does not
as
belong
a
to Nigerian government.
delay tactics.
You understand?
Therefore,
It
I
belongs
don't
to
mind,
UAS. It came from
as
UAS.
they want to do it, let them
It does
do
not
it,
belong
but
to
they
Nigerian
shouldn't
government.
come
So
by
they
this time.
cannot
If they
tamper
don't
with the
have
money
anything, they
because the
just
money has a code.
should just go and rest and sleep, not to come
It is an
here
African money.
and
So
waste
don't let
people
anyone
time.
decide or deceive
Going
you
through some
by saying
other
that only one
information
grant
that
is going to
is
disburse, or they are the
popping
ones that have the
in the
total
grant
power to
space,
disburse the money. It is not
that is so
true.
interesting.
It is not
Also,
true.
makes me laugh. We
It is
all
not
know
true.
Madam Tomato
Everybody is
Preach.
going to have
She
access
came
to the money
out telling the
depending on how you
masses
came
that
in. All of them will
Apostle
disburse.
came through
It all depends on the
EFCC
name you
wants
use to
to
apply for the money. Finish.
fund the money,
So
and
do not be deceived. The
issue
Nigerian
coming
government
out,
is the only
people
stumbling block
talking.
we are
As
facing in
Oshibu
grant
came out to
community.
say that the
The
information
best
was lie, that
advice is
Apostle
for
came and
everybody
never
to position
met with
themselves.
EFCC
Make sure you
in
take
order to
every
refund money,
opportunity
and that the
you find.
process that
When
EFCC
disbursement
follow is
begins,
totally
you
different
receive your
from
money from different
what Madam
NGOs,
Tomitokwe is saying,
depending
talking
on
about
which
the
one you
phone
apply
calls.
for. If you apply for
And this
Supreme,
has
you apply for
ignited so
Zeobat, you
many
apply for
confusion,
Epecom,
and people
all
are in
these
a
monies are
confused
going to
state
be
in the grand
disbursed. It is
space.
one
And
money.
you know,
It is
every
from the same
rumor,
source.
there's
I don't
always
believe,
truth,
don't
and we
believe
can
that
never tell the
different
situation
grant
up
handlers
till
went to source
now
for money.
till
It is a
we've
lie. It
heard
is from the same
from
source. That money
Madam
will be disbursed from the same source,
Temitope
but with different
again
names
concerning
depending
this very
on the name
issue.
you came
If
in with.
EFCC will
This
call
is the
her,
clear truth.
or if
Anybody
she
telling
has
you
wanted
anything
to go
different
to
from what I'm
EFCC
telling you now
office to find out
is
the
deceiving you.
situation of things, not on
Okay,
phone
so
call. But
if you
nevertheless,
have
very
already applied for a
intelligent,
grant, good
I
and fine.
believe
You have
this
positioned
person
yourself.
should
Just
be
know your
the
NGO and be
CEO,
in good
came up
relationship with
to
them.
give
That is
a
all. So
wise
that whenever
statement
this
in the
money will
grants
eventually be
committee.
disbursed,
He
you will
says
get your money.
everyone are welcome,
Thank you very much.
whether
Once
you
more, I am
like it or
Stanley
not.
Ikechukwu.
Salah
God
has
bless you all.
come, Salah has gone. June has come, June has gone. Jonas is gradually going. December is coming, and 2025 will definitely go without any sign of trillion disbursement. This is what I have been telling people. I don't forget also that I put a bet that if the disbursement will take place this month again, people should come and get 50K from me. If you are interested, jump into my description button and send me a mail. Let's bet if you are interested. If you said that disbursement will happen this June, come up, let's bet. I said it will not happen this June. Come up, let's bet 50K. I'll give to you if it happen. If it doesn't happen, you give me 50K. All right, let's go on. I'm saying this because I've been collecting money from people since January. People that believe that they will disburse in January till date, and keep winning. And so, if you think it will happen this month, come up, let's bet. This NGO said once again, the sacrifice, shameless hope givers, and the grand die hard faithfuls has finally gone silent. Of course, they've gone silent long ago. They are not speaking again. They are not shouting again in the grand space. People like Chief Akogo is now sleeping. Chief Akago was one of the people that advocate for this grant, but he's no more in the grant space again. People like Taye, he's no more in the grant space again. He has gone to sleep. He has gone to whether driving hop driving work in which state is he from? People like Pastor Bingwabo, he has never said anything again. And when you can mention them, Madam Jennifer, she's not saying anything again. And all these people have been in the grand ecosystem and has been lending their voice in on the situation of things in the grand space, but they are not saying anything again. It is now crystal clear to every right thinking person that the only money anybody can get from this criminals ecosystem is refund. Of course, the refund Madam Tomitokwe talked about, the only way, if you are disturbing the system, the only way to settle you is to give you your refund. And those that will remain will keep remaining for years. And it's so obvious. Sorry about that. I use this medium to encourage all other freedom fighters platforms. It is high time they start doing their own bit in getting justice. The grant apostles should quickly refund us. I personally need mine, and as many as those that still believe in grants trillion has their own right to continue to wait for eternity. There are some NGOs that are in need of this refund, of course, because the more you stay, the more you spend. It's better you leave and get the refund, free yourself, and move on in life. This is happening yesterday. Some NGO are coming up declaring interest on the refund stuff. He went on to write in the grand space that very soon we will get to know one, how much was rescued from the grant apostle by the EFCC. Very soon we'll go to know, does reform make a crime cease to be a crime? Of course, very soon. Should we get a lawyer to interpret the law of reform better? How much is involved and how much financial reform will each CEO get? All these things is something that we should find out. How, who are even interested in the so-called reform? In fact, a lot is happening in the grand space of which I will not be able to go through. But then we should be very, very careful in the grand community because the big guys have made everything look so bad, not what people expect. Nobody would have expected that we'll stay in this place for this long. And of course, somebody came out yesterday trying to defend Apostle Cain, trying to defend all the grant handlers that it's government that is delayed the disbursement. Why didn't you guys consult and know how far before starting collecting of this money and paying money to so many quarters in order to bring out the grants? It is so pathetic, and we will not abide to such statement. Do your part as the subscribers has done their part by giving you guys money to live a good life. Therefore, fulfilled your promise in the grand space. I finally, to round it up, please, my beautiful people following me in this platform, don't pay money to anybody because they are in the grand space to extort money from people, and therefore don't pay money to anybody because so far we've spent so much in this community, yet nothing is happening. And they are ever ready to keep extorting money from people, and that is why they keep coming out to give update. Thanks, and stay tuned as we are committed to update you. If anything comes up from them, we'll let you know because you spend so much money in this space. So therefore, you need to know, it is your right to know their state and what they are doing at a particular time concerning the disbursement of the money you paid for. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned, and we would be bringing the happening in our society as well for you to view in politics and everywhere. Thanks for joining Good News Live Update.